KREEPERS. Good morning, afternoon, or evening to you on this cold May 2025. The end of May, very last day. Well, tomorrow, as the recording of this, May 30th, 2025. We're sipping on some brewski. And I hope you guys are good, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening. It's early, about 7:10, Creeper Headquarters 1. Gonna get some caffeine in the old system and get this mug awake. So stay tuned, as Mama Creeper would say. We're creeping. I love you guys for being here too. It's gonna be hot today. I might actually have to take off the coat. Yep, coffee hitting good. Burger King, Creeper Headquarters 1. Been a while. Got the Creeper Cruiser locked. And we're ready to go. It's gonna be a hot one today. I might actually go back to the Creeper Cave first and lose this layer. And maybe even put on some shorts, even though I have my pants on that kind of pull up. They're kind of that like stretchy material, can kind of turn them into shorts. But we're creeping, it's early. It's gonna be a good day, I can tell. Oh yeah. I said the time wrong yesterday again. It is 7:24. Old-timey looking good on this beautiful blue sky morning. Yeah, I actually said it right for once. Oh, I thought it was going to change, maybe not. I say the clock time, I think, wrong almost every single time, or I'll say it right and then it changes immediately. But yeah, 7:24, old-timey. Looking good. It's going to be a great day, I can already tell. I think I said that already, but I feel like when you put that into the air in the morning, it's like a fruition. Yeah, it's what the day is, what you make it kind of thing. So yeah, old-timey. Looking good this morning. Let's see if we can get it to switch hands. There it goes. I think. I was laughing one time. I thought, I'll say it right and then the big hand will go backwards. Back in time. Alright, back on the Creeper Cruiser. Rode the OG one yesterday. We're back on the trail because I'm heading up to Wally World. Yep, got to get something to drink and stash another drink for later. It's going to be hot today. They said almost 90. So we're going to go up now while it's still somewhat cool. I actually have the jacket on still, the windbreaker, which may or may not take off on the way back. But it is super nice already. But what I want to do is get something to drink and then head to the park. I had a few things on my mind I want to talk to you guys about. Do a little old school creeping talk. Just some things I want to kind of touch on. Keep you guys updated. So we're going to get something to drink and then we'll head to the park. Just took a little stop here because I noticed this guy just cruising. And I also hear a plane. Oh, he's way off over there now. But we do have a flyby. And that bird was just a soaring. That's too bad. Thought it was an eagle at first, but I think it's just a hawk. He was cool though. What a wingspan. Yeah, he's gone now. Oh, he's way out there. Alright, I had to pull over. Whoa! I had to pull over because these gears are getting kind of whacked too. Things are running good now, but now I got to get some WD-40 on that brake. That thing is squeaking. It feels great out though. It sure does. There's our shadow too. Alright, just getting here inside Walmart. I always like to look at the toy aisle now because I do have the Simpsons. They have Homer and Lisa and another Lisa. And they had Mo last time, but I think somebody purchased them, so no new ones yet. But I did get my banana and something to drink, and I might grab something else to drink too. But yeah, I always forget that they have the toy aisle here. It is good to see Homie though. Yeah, if you don't have yours yet, come get it. 2 Lisas and a Homie. Alright, Powerade, or yeah, Powerade. I don't usually get these. Usually go with Gatorade or just water, or maybe like one of the club sodas. But I thought it got a lot of electrolytes in it, and also a banana. We're heading to the park next. All right, we are creeping back the opposite way now, heading to the park. And I noticed this from the other way, or from the other side. Got this brand new bocce ball league. Paisano Bocce Club Summer League. That's pretty cool. This guy's about to do one right now. I've never actually played bocce ball. Kind of like bowling or something. That's cool. You know, I think I talked to these guys years ago when they were very first building this. And I think you like, oh, I forgot how you do it. It's like whoever can get to the closest to the end there wins. And you can like knock other people's balls out. And it's kind of like, I think it's kind of like croquet, but totally not with sticks. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm not even going to try and explain that. It's probably nothing like croquet. Oh, I make myself laugh. All right, we're heading to the park. All right, that sun is cooking. We are here just adjacent to the spring water are these back trails, which cut all the way through to the park, which is nice because it keeps it nice and shaded. Because as you can see behind us here is the trail. So throughout here you just kind of ride through and you can cut through. So we're going to head up to the other park. But it's nice having these because even though it rains here so much, at least it stays cool and you can go through the back trails here, which is kind of cool. So, oh, another cute dog alert. All right. A lot of cute dogs today. All right, we're heading down to the park. Oh, it's also not paved. So, probably not the wisest because of the back tire. But that's okay. We'll risk it to stay cool. And I also have my Powerade in case it gets too hot. We can pull off and have a little sip. And make our way up to the park. It's pretty back in here. Love it. Even though my wheel's squeaky. Alright, just pulled off again. Because it's been a while since I've even been back here. And I forgot about this cool little spot right here. Absolutely gorgeous. With the good little fishing spot. I'll go down a little bit farther. I don't want to slip. It'd be quite the tumble down this little hill. At least we dry off quick though. Whoa! I gotta get my footing better. Yeah, it's got the little beaver dam. Possibly a beaver. Man, this would be actually a good little spot to take a dip. I was just talking with a fellow dog owner though, and he said be careful because of the green algae. A lot of Oregonians and stuff will let their dogs run at the parks and the rivers and stuff, and when the water's stagnant like this, it creates an algae, and if your dog drinks it, it can get really sick and possibly die. So something to think about. I don't mean to be a Debbie Downer in such a beautiful spot, but I'm an animal lover, so I always kind of think about that kind of stuff. All right, we are going to keep maneuvering through the lush forest. Lush Oregon forest. Yeah, it's been a while since we've just crept through here. It's nice. Usually I just hit the trail and kind of forget all about it. Alright, I'm going to put the camera away because we're creeping back. Or creeping too. Wow, that's a weird looking berry. Probably definitely don't want to eat that one. They taste like burning. Alright, we are slowly maneuvering. I just took a little break because it's getting hot, but it's nice having this shade again, like I said. And also we've got the Binford Lake over here. Looking nice. Kind of hard to see it through all the trees. But as we get down here a little farther, gotta be careful. Ooh, that's squeaky. That's squeaky. Dang, I gotta get that break from squeaking so much. I think there's dust in there. Here's a nice little spot that we've crept to a few times to actually go fishing. Got some ducks out. Little baby duckies. Yeah, it feels great. It feels great. Alright, I'm gonna go find a picnic table, have a little bit of banana and some re-energize energy drink. Well, not really an energy drink, but Powerade. And I've got a few things on my mind that I want to kind of talk to you guys about. Might even come back and go fishing here soon. It's been a while. I think free fishing day is coming up here in June too. Yeah, it's so nice and cool back here. Love it. That's one good thing about when it rains, it keeps us all lush. All the shade. That's a pretty neat little path. We got a while before we're at the next little picnic area. There is a bench here. Whoa, careful. Tree came out of nowhere. Pay attention to what I'm doing. Yep, Oregon lush. Alright, we made it. I'm still squeaking up a storm. We'll probably take a walk around the lake there. But first I'm going to sit over here in the shade and re-energize. Yeah, these picnic tables are cool. I always forget that they have the old school barbecue grill too. Yeah, this is a beautiful park. Alright, we're going to re-energize just for a minute. Got my banana. Got the drink here. Creeper Cruiser did good. There was a couple of hills coming up that were all gravel. I thought, man, I didn't sign up for that. I would have showed it to you, but it was way too hard to video and climb them. But we're here, re-energizing, rejuvenating, I guess you would say. Oh, that's good. Mountain Berry Blast. At first I thought, is it going to look like I'm drinking Windex? Anyways, I'm trying to keep a good, well, I'm always in a good mood, but sometimes vlogging can put me in a weird mode. Not necessarily a mood, because I don't really let anybody's opinions or negativity try and affect me, even though we are all human. And, you know, what people say, sticks and stones kind of thing. That's good. I usually try and, you know, sweep that kind of stuff under the rug, just kind of shrug it off. And sometimes even laugh. But that fly just about flew in my ear. But with that being said, I do have a good, you know, I wouldn't say the thickest of skin, but I do have a good sense of humor and get jokes and, how would you say, parodies, that kind of stuff. I think it's funny, as long as it's in good taste. But I want to talk about a channel that, over the years, in my opinion, has gotten really negative and uses other people's content for their own. And like I said, I'm not going to, you know, let it ruin my day by any means, but it is kind of just weird and interesting to me that somebody would take so much time and energy to waste their own time and energy to talk bad about other folks, including myself. There is a channel called, I think it's Troll Patrol, and over the last, you know, 3 years, 4 years, they've been doing videos about different content creators, and they've done some videos about me. And I know who the person is because back when it was the BOIT, which is the bottom of YouTube, kind of an acronym that we all made up. Well, I shouldn't say we all made up. It was kind of a thing in 2017 for content creators that were kind of at the bottom of YouTube, which I still consider myself at the bottom of YouTube compared to most folks. Channels way up there, but either way, what I meant to say is, at one point the channel was funny and the parodies that he was doing were in good taste, but now they've gotten really nasty and rude, and the comments, the people that decide to join the comment section, you know, say some outlandish stuff, which, like I said, you can't really call me any name in the book. I'm like, if you make up a good one, I might laugh, but you know, it doesn't bother me or ruin my day. But I'm just like, kind of just flabbergasted that somebody would waste so much time and energy to focus on, you know, criticize. I'm not necessarily even criticizing, because I do know and had loved other channels that, you know, gave us their opinions and their criticism, if you will, of other different content creators. But it's not like that in this case. It's more so just really hateful and weird and rude. Anyways, we're going to keep talking about it. I'm going to take a walk around the pond. But I wanted to kind of just talk to you guys about how you can't please everybody in life, pretty much. And, you know, YouTube's really shown me that. Not only that, but, you know, being socially not awkward and had many jobs and been around many of people, the world is just like that. Everybody, you know, there's going to be people that don't like you, and there's going to be people that do like you, and that's just how it goes. But usually, you know, if you don't like someone, it's like, there's an old saying, like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say it at all. I don't know. We're going to touch a little bit more about that, but I also want to kind of just, the main topic of the discussion will be, you know, why you can't please everybody in life. All right, we're going to maneuver the very squeaky creeper cruiser. Now that I'm noticing it, I think it's my back brake. But on a lighter note, it is absolutely gorgeous out right now. And I think we can go, there's an entry down here at the very end of the fence that'll put us back over closer to the pond. I'm not sure if that entry's still open, but it does look like there's a little pathway gate over here. So we'll try and maneuver that way. If not, I'll go back the opposite way, but I think you can get in over here. Man, that wheel is just a squeaking. I don't care because it's gorgeous out. Absolutely. Yeah, I think we can just kind of sneak in over here. Now, ever since I did that with the brake, it's gotten worse. Yep. I was able to kind of find that little spot. I'm gonna hop back on here. Hopefully if we get rolling a little faster, that wheel will stop squeaking so dang much. Jeez Louise, whoa. All right. Oh, there's a ton of little duckies here sunbathing. Hello, fellas. Hello. Oh, there's also some ducks right here. And a couple geese. Yeah, this area is gorgeous. Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I know, this guy's already hissing at me. See, you can't please everybody. And watch my back while I'm standing here. Yep, can't please everybody in life. There's always going to be the naysayers and haters and trolls, and that's just me being nice about it. You know, there's always people out there that they can't stand to see people do good. They hate on you if you're doing bad. So I've kind of just, ooh, the duck knows. Gilbert Godfrey, is that you? Because all ducks sound like Gilbert Godfrey. Yeah, I've just given up on the whole trying to make everybody happy all the time. It just doesn't work, you know, and it's like, you just gotta laugh about it because it's like, it's so weird to me. It's kind of like been like that my whole life. I mean, I've always had people that have been there for me and love me and stuff like that, but I've also noticed that there's a lot of bitter and sour people in this world that I don't know what their deal is. Instead of like embracing other people's goodness, which surprisingly I feel like when you do, it automatically, like, I don't know, it just puts me at ease knowing that other people are okay and good. So I don't understand why there's so many people out there that just literally can't see people, you know, can't stand to see people do good. It's so weird. And so I've tried to wrap my head around it, and you could just go crazy thinking about different ways to try and make things work and possibly mend situations. But I've kind of just been like, you know, people are just going to be who they are. I mean, you really begin to see people's true colors. And, you know, I just find that to be really, it just stinks because you think you know someone, and even if they're not rude to me per se, or say something that I don't agree with, when they do it to people that you know and care about, for me, I just don't want them in my circle. So like I said, I've tried to, I don't know, not let things that other people say about other people bother me as well. Like when I see the other criticism towards other vloggers and people that I know, you know, it's just weird. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, and I totally get that. But I just find it so weird that people would take their time and energy to, you know, they could be doing other things for themselves to get to where, you know, they may not be mad, may not be happy with somebody's life because they're not at that level, or they're whatever it may be. You know, it's like if you use that time that you use to conduct negativity and create, you know, just hate pretty much, imagine what you could do with that energy. I don't know. Like I said, I'm only trying to tell you what I think. And obviously people are going to be stuck in their ways regardless. You basically can't, you know, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. That kind of stuff. So it's really sad too, because I don't want to, I don't know, be quick to judge and say, you know, people that how would I even say it? I don't even want to touch on that part. I just want people to know that, you know, in life it's weird. If you're good to people, usually things will work out better for you. But people that kind of just use their time and really just harness the negativity, it's just kind of odd. You know, even with YouTube, there's so many like videos online now that, you know, there's just people arguing and conflict, and it's just weird to me that people would even spend that much time, you know, kind of putting that much energy into something. So even me the other day with the Big Lot situation, wow, look at all these ducks now. They're feeding them. They're hungry. Hitchcock would be proud. Oh, there's little babies.
Look at the babies, guys.
Little babies.
I love the babies.
God, they're cute.
All the babies came out.
Anyways, you guys just be good to people and things will work out better, I think, for you. You know, it's... Ooh, that one's hissing. Careful now. But yeah, that's just kind of one of those things where, you know, I feel like the energy and time that people waste on that kind of stuff, they could be using to do so much more for themselves and possibly others. You know, a lot of people watch other channels and are influenced by them very much so. So you could really change the way that... Wow, that geese was just going after that duck. Hey, you take it easy, buddy. See, there's always the one in the flock. These little baby ones are darn cute, though. Look at them. They are loving it. But yeah, you could, you know, possibly change the way someone's thinking just for the day, instead of wasting it on worrying about what other people are doing, kind of thing. Make your own stuff, you know? Create your own stuff. Just saying. No harm, no foul. Like I said, don't bug me one bit, but I just kind of wanted to address it because it's just one of those things where I've noticed a few other YouTubers have kind of just let it go for so long, and finally they're just like, you know what? I'm going to say something because... I don't know. I have the right to my opinion too, just like you do. You know, there's a lot of the stuff I want to just ignore and stuff, but I also feel like some people need to be kind of just told what time it is and put in their place. And again, it doesn't bother me. I'm not going to lose any sleep. But I'm just like, I'm just curious. Why do you find it so necessary to, again, this is directed to the channel, the Troll Patrol. Why do you find it necessary to dog on people? I don't get it. I just don't get it. He had some really cool drone videos back in the day, and all of a sudden he just went sideways. Really weird, man. And I sent you a t-shirt. I sent you that Klearski the Creeper t-shirt. Yeah, hopefully you find some peace, Sean. Hopefully you find some peace, man. Seems like you just need some friends. It's a weird way of lashing out. It's like the kid in the back of the class. He picks his nose and then he's a little booger flicker. He flicks boogers on kids to get their attention. Kind of same thing, man. You're kind of like a booger flicker. Wow, it feels so dang good back here. I always like the looks of this tree too, with all the root system coming up out of it. Yeah, time is, you know, time is very quick. Goes by quick, I should say. And there's some ways that people utilize their time, I just am like, seriously? It's just weird. It's just downright weird. Anyways, that waterfall was pretty too. Alright, we're heading back to the Creeper Cave. I should have brought some lunch too, actually, like a sandwich or something. I've been doing that lately where I've just been eating homemade and stuff, trying to save a couple bucks. Alright, we're heading back. Alright, just got home. Drank all of that pretty much on the way back. Oh, that was good. I didn't even realize it matched my shirt and hat either. Wasn't planned. That's going to do it for today. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that red subscribe button. That'll dial you into being a creeper. You can also ring that bell. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. Until next time. Peace. Creeps, 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 the rest of